Brilliant. Well, thank you. Really interesting. I wonder, Leonie, I'm just interested in your sort of journey to Exeter. You work for UCCF as a staff worker at Exeter. Can you just tell us about the last few years and what led you to doing what you're doing now?
Yeah, great, thank you. Hi everyone. My name is Leonie, and I've been working for UCCF for the past 2.5 years. Before that, I was myself a student at Exeter University, and I was part of the CU, and that was really the first time where I was able to think about sharing my faith with friends. And I was encouraged and equipped to do that. And alongside with my other Christian friends, I was able to invite non-Christian students to come and hear the gospel and read the Bible, which I found really, really exciting. And so when this opportunity came up to come back to Exeter and to really serve the students and the churches in this way, I was really excited to be part of that.
Brilliant. So tell us about your role as staff worker for UCCF. What does that involve?
It's an amazing job. No week is the same, but my main role is to equip and resource the students to be sharing the gospel with the people that they meet at university. We believe in student leadership, so we want the students themselves to take on the leadership of their Christian union, and to equip them as leaders and to help them to find ways of sharing the gospel, find ways to creatively share it, but also faithfully share that as well. So my role is very much an advisory role, as well as training students in terms of working together as a team, in terms of apologetics, in terms of resourcing the churches as well, to reach out to students. So it's a very varied role, lots of different things, but it is really exciting.
And obviously, you said you've been here for 2.5 years. Obviously, during that time, we've had lockdown, various challenges. Can you tell us about sort of some of the challenges and what the university what the Christian Union has been doing in that time, and also maybe some of the things you're sort of looking forward to over the coming few weeks and months?
So a lot of my time with UCCF has been during COVID, during lockdown. Which is interesting. It's interesting to try to reach students at university when universities are closed and there are no students there. One of our main focuses was to keep the CU together. So we had about 150 members at that time, and they all kind of went back home. And so trying to maintain prayer meetings online, trying to maintain ways of still reaching out to friends, encouraging them to read the Bible with the people that they knew, whether that was online or with family. And so really maintaining that gospel outreach focus, and also training people for whatever would come after COVID. And so we focused a lot on unity, we focused a lot on community during that time. And it's been really exciting to see how the Lord has been working through that. So in September, we were able to go back to in-person mission for the first time. And we had about 60 fresher students turn up to events, which is incredible for a Christian union of 150. And so we've reached more than 200 members now, which is just really exciting. And just to see that unity and just the excitement of being back together and being on campus in person has really, I think they've really realised the value of being able to be on campus, of having that freedom, of being able to share the gospel so freely. And I think they really want to make most of that opportunity now. So that's really exciting.
And what are there any kind of particular sort of challenges that you face at the moment?
I think a big challenge is always unity. So as the CU grows, there'll be more and more people coming in, and all of these students are from different churches, different backgrounds. Some have been Christians for a long time, some only for a short time. Conflict is always, there's always an opportunity for conflict and for disagreements. And so for the students to be united around the most important thing, which is the gospel, I would really appreciate prayers for that. But as always as well, there are challenges in terms of we're at a university that does not, and that's very hostile to the gospel in general. And so for the students to be really bold as they share and to not back down on the truth and to be faithfully sharing the gospel. Would really appreciate prayer for that as well.
I imagine that's harder than it ever has been. So no, that's really helpful. I'm going to just read my brief from Sally. Sally, who sort of heads up the mission group, was very disappointed not to be here and sends her apologies. And she's saying the mission team are trying hard to help us become more engaged as a church in mission, as a mindset, and through prayer and practical involvement, rather than thinking the job's done when money gets given. So that's what we want to be, kind of partnering. And that's why it's great to be able to welcome you today and be able to hear about what is going on, and to be able to hear, hopefully in a moment, particularly things we could be praying for you. And Sally's pointed a few things out that Exeter is close to university. It's a great, we can have links there, so close, and there are thousands of students, loads of different nationalities, so we don't need to send missionaries thousands of miles away to introduce them to the gospel. And I guess that's something you may want to comment on in a moment, just the kind of how many different nationalities and things there are, and the great kind of strategic, and she puts here, the kind of strategic way universities have, and I think the video sort of helped to see this. Christians, says there, can have opportunity to reach future leaders and teachers and politicians and scientists and things with the gospel, which is a great kind of strategic opportunity, I think, at the Christian unions. And then just to say that we have supported as a church, we give 10% of the money that you give to SEC, we give away to support mission in different contexts, and this is something that we've been able to support a little bit in the last few years. So I don't know if you want to just comment on any of those things, or maybe just then sort of share any particular things we can be praying for you and for that Christian union.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, thank you so much for your support, whether that is prayers or financially. You are making the work amongst university students possible, and like you said, it is such a strategic opportunity, and for many people, university is the best last chance that they get to really take time to explore the claims of Jesus. And it is really exciting to see. We run an international cafe every week, and at the start of term there are about maybe 10 internationals that came along to that, whereas at our Christmas party at the end of term there are about 50 international students from all over the world, including countries where they would never have an opportunity to hear the gospel, and so then to hear the gospel here, and then they will take it back with them to their universities, to their families, and these are amazing students who will grow up to be leaders in their societies where they're at, and so it is really exciting to know that the seeds that we are sowing now might have such a big impact, and we'll never see it, but the Lord will be using it to further his kingdom. So that is really, really exciting. I think in terms of prayer, we have a big mission week coming up in February, which means that we'll be running events every lunchtime and every evening for a whole week. And these will be evangelistic events where we invite everyone on campus to come in and to hear the gospel. So please pray for that. Please pray that many non-believing students will come to those events, that the Lord will open their hearts to hear the gospel. But also pray for protection against opposition from the university itself, from non-believing students who are hostile to the gospel. It is a scary thing for a lot of students to be sharing the gospel so openly, but please pray for boldness, because it is an amazing opportunity. And I think for myself as well, please pray for lots of wisdom. There are a lot of pastoral issues and needs amongst the students. On the back of lockdown, a lot of them are struggling with their mental health, with knowing what the meaning is, struggling with their faith. So please pray for me as I come alongside them and really try to encourage them, read the Bible with them, pray with them. There's a lot of them and there's a lot of need, so please pray for me in that as well.
Thank you so much, Leonie. We will be praying for you and for the Christian unions later in the service. I know you're able to, I think, stay around for coffee afterwards, so do chat to Leonie afterwards and find out more. Thank you so much. It's great.